You're the blight upon the vine, a poison in the soil, the endless, faithless trouble for a lifetime of hard toil. So I did what any farmer does when the rot begins to spread. I cut you off at the root, and I made sure the ground was dead. The corn is turning brittle now, the air is sharp and thin, a time for pulling up the roots of every little sin. You always loved the autumn, said it made you feel alive. You never stopped to wonder which one of us would survive. You saw me as your good soil, a place to plant your seed, but you let the crows and locusts come and satisfy their greed. You thought my love was endless, a crop you couldn't kill, but even the most patient ground will finally have its fill. And this is the harvest, the final bitter yield, the lonely silent quiet of a cold and barren field. You can't outrun the consequence of promises you broke, when your name is just a whisper that gets lost in bitter smoke. Yeah, this is the harvest, baby. This is the price you pay for thinking my forgiveness was a thing you could betray. I made a special dinner with the nightshade from the vine, the pretty little flowers that you said looked so divine. I served it on our wedding china, I even poured the wine, and I watched you as you drank it down. You said it tasted fine. You talked about your future, all the things you planned to do. Never noticed that the only future in that room was you. You said you felt so sleepy, and you laid your head to rest, and I smiled because I knew I'd finally put my love to the test. 'Cause this is the harvest, the final bitter yield, the lonely silent quiet of a cold and barren field. You can't outrun the consequence of promises you broke, when your name is just a whisper that gets lost in bitter smoke. Yeah, this is the harvest, baby. This is the price you pay for thinking my forgiveness was a thing you could betray. You promised me a garden, a place where we could grow, but you let the serpents in and you put on quite a show. So don't you dare blame me for the salt I had to sow on every single inch of ground where our love used to go. He came by today, he took his hat off at the door, said folks get a restless spirit, he's seen it all before. I cried a single perfect tear and said you needed space, that you were off to find yourself in some forgotten place. He patted my hand gently, said a woman shouldn't weep, and all the while your secrets were just 6 feet down and deep. He said to call him if I needed anything at all. I just nodded, thinking about your body in the fall. I feel a peaceful quiet now I've never known before. I don't lock the windows and I don't bolt the door, 'cause there are no more monsters, there's no evil left to fight, just the calm and steady rhythm of the long and silent night. I'm not the woman that you married, I'm not the one you knew. I'm the patient, steady reckoning that was long overdue. I am the killing frost that comes to purify the land. And this peace I feel is something you could never understand. Yeah, this is the harvest, the final bitter yield, the lonely silent quiet of a cold and barren field. You can't outrun the consequence of promises you broke, when your name is just a whisper that gets lost in bitter smoke. Yeah, this is the harvest, baby. This is the price you pay for thinking my forgiveness was a thing you could betray.